What's up, everyone? I'm Josh Cribbs with my beautiful co-host, Maria Cribbs, and it's The Return.
Ooh, with Josh and Maria, babe. Now, hold
Right.
on. What are we returning to? Hold on.
We're
wait a minute.
returning to normacy. We're returning to greatness. We're returning to, I don't know.
Everything.
the-
I love
the
it because
master-
it's a play on,
Of course.
your return game. Your
I think
kickoff
if people
return
don't
game.
know that, then that is kind of crazy. If they don't know that, that's the pun.
So wait a minute. Hold on. You assume everybody knows you and knows what you've done for a career, and they have to
why
know.
you gotta make me
because,
seem
that's
like
where that
already?
arrogance comes in.
Let's
Josh.
have love to
Oh,
start.
okay. Yeah, let's start with
All right, let's
love.
start off with love before we show them. Let's pretend like we just a loving, cohesive group of people.
Now, that was shady. What do you mean pretend?
Okay.
I do love you. And we are cohesive.
But we're married. We're married.
So that means we can't be loving and cohesive?
No, I just
Josh, like, I've
a
had my good days.
yes, I've had some hills to climb.
But you won't?
I won't complain.
Josh,
won't
don't be
complain.
saying in that tone. Like, look,
No, I'm
everybody,
just
marriage
saying.
is beautiful. And can I just say this? I mean, let me start off with some positivity. I am happy to be embarking on this venture with you because we did attempt to do some podcasting a few years ago.
We did.
We might have been a little too early because
we didn't get along. Okay, maybe we got along, but we had a difference of opinion.
That's what makes it so great, though.
Yeah.
We've been married, what? It'd be 21 years.
21.
Coming up here in a week.
I came up for parole in 2010, was it?
See, you see how,
20
and that's how Geminis will do you. Any viewers out there that are Geminis, you think everything's going smoothly, and then that other personality just kicks in.
Don't
you literally
be-
just said you wanted to talk. You start with love, and now
Okay.
you're saying what? You're coming up for parole?
I'll take that back.
Thank you.
I take that back.
But how does it feel to be back on the mic?
It
babe?
feels great. I want to give all the fans, all the listeners, our
You're at big
perspectives.
play. Yes.
Serious
Yes.
sometimes, entertaining,
Yes, absolutely.
but definitely the Cribbs point of view.
Okay. So you
Ooh,
want
I
to get
love
to some
that.
topics?
Let's get to it.
All right, Josh.
Dogs
you know
are
what?
barking.
The dogs are barking.
They are. And I just wanted to go down a trip of memory lane real quick because right now it's like the calm before the storm, right? The Brown
Yeah.
season hasn't come yet. Everybody's waiting for football. And
Everybody.
training camp is right around the corner. And it takes me back to my first training camp. Maria, do you even remember my first training camp?
And so I remember it, and this is what I love about us knowing each other for as long as we have.
Okay.
I can, I can share those memories with you,
Yeah,
And I definitely
yeah.
remember your first training camp, but I don't think you ever really told your viewers and your fans
I haven't.
that experience and how
No.
you almost,
I did.
you had a coach kind of push you to the limit.
I did.
Go into it. Okay, talk about this because we came from Kent State University. That's where I met you at.
Right.
And I'm from Columbus.
KSU, baby.
KSU, baby. Golden Flashes all day long. But I'm from Columbus, Ohio. And what university is at? It's right there on High Street.
The Ohio State, I'm told.
Ohio State University.
Maria pretends
the
like
Buckeyes.
she went to Ohio. I'm like, you a Golden Flash.
I'm a Columbus
Live
girl.
and die
I'm
with
born
that.
and raised in Columbus. So.
I was born in Washington, D.C. I don't rep none of those colleges. The Terps was right around the corner from me, but I'm not a Terpin.
Who?
I'm not a Kazakh
We
University.
heard about the
the
Terps
school.
in a long time.
Yeah,
You don't go to national championships like the Ohio State University, the Buckeyes. So anyway, back to what I'm saying. So
Please.
we went to Kent State University. So I'm not known. I'm like Kent State. Okay, they had a couple of people, break out and make it to the league and
Yeah.
maybe get some tryouts.
Okay.
So when you were thinking on draft day, on draft weekend, your
okay.
parents came in town. You
Yeah.
thinking you might have the potential to get?
I did. I
and
thought I was going to go late round.
Let them know because I was confused.
I thought I was going to go late round. Maria had no idea. So let me tell you, Maria was looking at me and basically like, man, I got these applications for you, and was trying to get me to immediately go into the workforce. Like, man, we got a daughter. We got bills.
No.
We got student. And basically like, man, are you done with this football thing?
No, that I did not say that.
Is this
Stop
football
it.
thing done yet?
Oh my! No,
Are you
I just
done
thought it
playing
was a bit
around?
much when your parents came in town and y'all sat around and watched the draft all weekend. I actually felt I was sad because I can only imagine, how it feels to, play your heart out, give your
Right.
everything, and
And to not just do that,
Yeah.
but to do it at such a high level, to break records,
Yes,
even
like
at
you
the
were.
collegiate level.
yes.
And
And how
I
you
worked,
were hold on, how you were running over each and every MAC quarterback that was getting drafted.
was.
You won against them. Like
I beat Charlie
several-
Fry.
Thank you.
I beat Ben Roethlisberger.
Okay.
And
Preach on it, don't speak on it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I hold a record in Mountaineer Stadium
Thank
to this
you.
day,
In multiple stadiums.
and multiple collegiate stadiums to this
Yes.
day. I threw for 100, ran for 100 against the Ohio State University, that when they had the best
did.
defense in, I think, all of college football. When they had Will Smith,
Was
they
it
had
Leftwich and all
Mike
them?
Doss. Leftwich was
Oh,
on.
that was
with-
Talib. That
yeah,
was
yeah.
one of
Let
them.
me
My
let
bad,
me
my
do
bad.
the
Not
football
Leftwich.
thing.
I meant to say, I forget the QB's
Let me do
name.
the
Yeah, sorry.
football. The
Yeah,
football
but what I'm saying
terminology.
is, I know how hard you went.
She said
and so,
Leftwich.
I didn't mean to say Leftwich. So when Charlie Fry and all them were, getting picked up and,
And he
playing
got
in the
picked up
league.
to the Browns.
That's what I'm saying.
And took my number.
That's
too.
what
I was like,
that's what I'm
my
saying.
football, my college number.
That's what I'm saying. And so when that weekend came and the draft, it played all weekend long. I think it started on a Thursday. Your parents were in town. They were so cheerful.
Yeah.
And then your name didn't
It
even
wasn't
go across
called.
the screen. How
It
did that?
wasn't
Hold on.
called.
Pause right there. How did that feel, baby?
It felt, I was very disappointed. I had talked to a few teams. I talked to the Browns. I had talked to one team in particular, my hometown, Washington, D.C., the Redskins at the time. Now that they are the Commanders.
Yeah.
I got a call back. I ran a 4.4 40 for them twice.
Mm-hmm.
Had a good outing, a good tryout, workout at quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a Brown scout that said to me, if anybody is looking at you at quarterback, they want to use you as a camp body. And if people don't know what that means, a camp body
Let
is
them know
just
what it means.
somebody, they bring in athletes that are on a bubble who they don't really see making the team,
So why even bring them there?
because you need to have a full practice.
Oh.
Especially during rookie mini camp.
Okay.
You want to see your draft picks.
Man.
There's only space for about 2 free agent additions.
So when you talk to this coach, you're saying once the draft was over.
once the draft
Okay,
was
you
over,
didn't let them know that.
Okay.
Once the draft was over, as soon as they started rolling the credits to end the show, the phone rings.
Yes.
Tell them who it was, baby.
It was the Cleveland Browns. And my heart dropped because, I'm disappointed, and then I'm getting these phone calls.
Yep.
So I got a call from the Cleveland Browns. They're basically asking me, hey, we want to bring you in as a priority free agent. And we're going to pay you $5,000. And it sounded to me like
That's like,
$5 million.
I got $2.35 in my account.
No.
What? Not
It
even
was
that?
negative.
Negative?
It was the NFS fees. I was charging him.
I got
I'm
negative
like, please let
$27
this,
per day.
please let this NFS fee go through. Yes, I can eat today.
You almost in check system.
Yes. So when they said we can give you $5,000 to come in, how does that sound? I was like, I almost couldn't speak.
Thought you won the lottery.
What? 5,000? I thought it sounded like 5 million. I almost said you 5 million. They were like, no, Mr. Gribbs, 5,000.
No, you,
That's
my friend.
3 zeros.
$5,000.
3 zeros.
Would you like Mortimer?
We're back. Yes. I had, in my mind, one of the best, performances of a collegiate quarterback. I would rate myself all across,
I would too.
Of different quarterbacks. And I ended up on ESPN's top 10
Better than
at
all
number
of them.
3.
Better than all of
and
them.
I was doing my thing.
Yep.
So, I didn't understand it, but it was all for purpose. So, in comes rookie mini camp. I do a good job there. I'm looking at all the receivers trying to, learn how to be a receiver because I was a quarterback. And I see everybody out for themselves. Everybody's scared. Everybody's, wide-eyed trying to figure out what's going on. Yeah. So I was just trying to fit in. And I made it to training camp.
Was that with Lance and Rito and them? Was
Yes.
that year?
Lance
Man.
Rideau.
Lance Moore.
Lance Moore.
And Brandon Rito. Yeah, I
Brandon
remember them.
Rito.
They were
Lance
so
Moore,
cool.
because Lance went on and played for
Saints,
the
right?
Saints.
Yeah, I
Had a
remember.
great career.
Yes, he did.
But we all came in together, and it was just, go ahead.
I was going to ask you, how were the veterans, though? Were they, because I know you, after you played for a couple of years, you always took the rookies in, gave them
Yes.
words of encouragement,
Yeah,
tried
I
to,
did.
show them how they could get on and get this money for their family and create a legacy for themselves. Do you feel like that was the same environment when you were a rookie yourself? And were the veterans, did they embrace you, or was it like, hey, man, you ain't coming here to take my spot? Because I don't know if I would be like
It
one
was
of those.
both. It was both. But sometimes by the same athlete. So sometimes the same athlete will help me, and that same athlete will hurt me.
Don't
at the
say no
same
names.
time.
Don't say no names.
I want to so
I know
bad.
I want to too, because I
This
know the
one
names.
particular athlete
Ooh.
will give me books to read, and was like, man, it was like like how to be a wealthy man's journey to success.
That's fake love.
And but no, it was real. And then he would tell us what it's about. It was how to manage your money.
Okay.
But at that time, see, this is my problem. You can't give somebody knowledge more than they can accept.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
cup wasn't full enough. I
No.
didn't have a big enough cup. I didn't understand.
You teaching me about saving money when I just got $5,000.
I ain't got no money.
They the signing bonus.
Right.
The
that
signing
signing
bonus.
bonus, if you can't remember, that went away quick fast. That was
those
gone.
taxes.
Oh my God! Not just taxes,
Ooh.
but we were already in debt. We were broke. We
I didn't
was
have no
just-
credit card. Don't you put my business out there like that. I didn't have no credit.
We had
My credit score was
needs.
420. I couldn't even get a credit card.
I needed
I
some
needed
clothes.
groceries and diapers.
I needed some clothes. I needed a suitcase so I
So
could go
you're
to training
saying
camp.
the fact that you're trying to so you're saying this player in particular, you gonna give me all these books, but then when it came time to help me on the field with
I'ma
my
say this
moves,
thing.
would they help that now?
Training camp.
Uh-huh.
I'm on the field. The playbook is thick as a telephone pages. Yellow pages.
Yellow pages.
A lot of times people don't understand how
Our
thick
kids
that
wouldn't even
was.
know what
They
yellow
don't know
pages
the yellow
are.
pages
Right.
They
The
never
phone
did that.
book.
The
Uh-huh.
phone book. And the coaches wouldn't coach us. They just coached the draft pick. They just coached the vets. The
Oh,
rookies
heck no.
and the guys who they didn't think was going to make it, they had us down there. We just had to receive information from people who, just from them.
You
from
lying.
the
You lying.
byproduct.
You lying.
Promise you, I tell you the truth. They don't even look at us. So then when we put us in the game, we just got to know it just from listening.
Okay,
We just got to
so-
know it. So I'm
okay.
out there on the field. I'm lining up, went out there. And I turned to a certain someone. I lined up right. And I turned to a certain someone. And I'm going to say his name eventually.
No,
on the
don't
show.
say his name.
Eventually, I'm going to say his name.
We'll say that in year 5 at Big Play.
No. So I whispered as loud as I could. Hey, what I got? I lined up correctly.
Hold on. Why
but
didn't you know
then-
what you had? Why didn't you know what you
because
had?
The play would change depending on the defense.
Oh.
The play changed it, so they switched in defense. They went from a cover 2 to a cover 1 or something. They was disguising.
Okay.
So when I realized what the defense was, I was like, my eyes kind of went in the clouds. Like, what is enough? All these routes. I don't know if you've seen The Good Doctor.
Josh
but all
ain't-
these
Josh
routes
ain't do his
started popping
homework.
up in my mind.
Josh ain't do his homework.
Well, homework. I was rough. I just got there.
You had the book. You had the yellow pages.
I had the yellow pages.
So what was your excuse?
Won't you let me finish?
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm little finished.
So I'm asking, and he just pretending not to hear me. So picture me just saying,
messed
Maria,
up.
Maria, what I got?
I'm gonna tell you, baby.
Maria, what I got? So he didn't say nothing. So when they hiked the ball, I just ran forward as fast as I could. And just as fast as I could, like real fast. So then the coach was like, he threw his paper down, was like, God dang it, and just started cussing at me.
The
like,
one coach?
The one coach.
The coach I don't like.
The coach you don't like.
Still don't like.
And he cussed at me something, and I'm like,
And we weren't even cussers like that back then. Don't be cursing at me.
It was like, I haven't never been cussed by a grown man like that.
You gotta understand, Josh's mom is a pastor. He come from a church going and loving family.
Yeah.
But is that the culture in coaching? Like that's just how they talk to people?
Not everywhere.
Okay.
Nah, it's just
And you had a particular player tell you that.
bad cultures
Yeah.
cuss like that. And he wasn't just cussing like, God dang, F Cribs, like you gotta run a such and such.
Some curse words coming from his soul.
He was like, you stupid MF. Yes. And was looking at me.
And I'm glad he said it to you because you know how to keep your composure. You such a
Not this
classy
day.
man.
Not this day.
You ain't.
Not
you
this
ain't-
day.
You gave it to him?
Oh my gosh.
Because you know I would have
didn't
gave it to him day one. I wouldn't have been in the
my
NFL because
head.
I would have flipped out.
I know you would have.
But that's why
in my-
God calls you to do certain things and not
Oh,
me.
preach it.
Because if he would have called me, if he would have been saying them curse words from his soul
Is this
like
gonna
that,
turn into a church show? Because
the whole training camp would have been on fire.
are you there, Father?
Oh, I'm
God?
sorry. Go ahead, baby.
No,
Go
okay.
ahead.
All
I'm
right.
just saying it's kind of emasculating.
It very much
Man to man,
was.
don't talk to me like that.
And
I
that's
don't
how I
talk to
was
you like
looking
that.
at him. I was looking at the coach like,
And Josh from DC too. Don't play with him. It's in him, but he ain't gonna give it to you. Hey, high five, high five.
but you right.
Mm-hmm.
I looked at him with everything in me like, who you? And I was jogging back and I'm thinking like, man, I want some more $5,000, man.
But see, that's how they get you. They
got
weigh
me.
that paycheck in front of
Yes.
you. And the thing about it is, he's not even the one paying you.
And,
Why are you out
and that
here?
was the problem. Like, it wasn't enough for me to just lose my dignity.
Right.
So I was planning to give him everything I had.
Yeah.
In the meeting, he was gonna catch these hands.
Catch all of them.
So
you could have called me and you
during
catch
the
mine
you,
too.
you weren't gonna do nothing.
Talk to
You-
my baby like
you know
that.
what? You was. That's
And he
why
was
I
an
would
older
never call
coach
you.
too. I would have got them knees. I know them knees got
You gonna
arthritis.
tell-
I
we
know
not
them
gonna-
knees got arthritis.
We're not gonna tell everybody who it was yet.
Oh.
All right. So don't be like he's an older coach. However,
Okay.
in the meeting, I'm like, man, I'm about to. Because he talked to me a certain way. Everybody already saw my mannerisms.
Was he
and
just
my
talking to you that way?
Yeah, nah, it wasn't
did it
just
seem
on me.
like that? Mhm.
It seemed like that,
But
but
it
it wasn't
wasn't.
just on me. This is who this person was.
And why did other coaches allow that?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So cultures. We didn't win very much games with this guy here, this particular guy.
Okay.
Wasn't a head coach, but he was one that should not have been there.
Right.
But every training camp is different. Other teammates came to me and was like, you know what? I came from such and such team. Jorvicious came to me.
Yep.
And
I remember.
now people will probably look at the coaching staff during this
No,
time
take that out. Take
I
that
said
again.
George
Okay, he
Vicious.
came to you and
Nah,
let
it's
you know,
okay because
yeah.
I say his name, but George Vicious came to me and was like, man, I just came from a Super Bowl contending team because he had just went to the Super Bowl. He was like, you know what? It's not like this everywhere, you know. But
He must have saw that you were disrespected. It
but
was
see, it
unmerited-
wasn't. No. It wasn't that
unwarranted.
time. It was just about the same coach.
Okay.
That's all. It wasn't. The time didn't line up,
Right.
but it was about
But
that
let him
coach.
know that phone call that you made home.
I called my
Cause
family.
did he did was this a one time thing?
It wasn't a one-time
Right.
thing, and
You
multiple
called home.
coaches. Yeah,
I
multiple
think you
coaches
called
would
your
talk
mom
like this.
or me. Somehow
I
we were both
called
on the
you
phone.
and my mom.
I think I called your mom on three-way.
From training camp.
You ready to throw in the towel?
Cause I'm young, I'm married, and I'm like, I have a daughter, and no grown man gonna talk to me like that.
Yeah.
Like I was a quarterback,
Right.
so I was the captain, I was the leader. You're not about to talk to me like that.
Right. Especially when you know what kind of person you are. You know that you give respect.
But they
You know-
didn't know that, and the problem is,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Right.
I had so much anger, and had I not called you guys, I think things would have went different.
Yeah.
You and my mom both was like, man, you went through too much.
Don't let
Yeah,
this
you went
fool
through too
take
much.
you from your purpose, your
Yes.
path, your journey that you've been on since you were how old? 6 or 7 years old?
Yes.
Why let some ignorant fool come and try to take you from that?
Do you remember you talking me down? You and my mom
I
talking me
remember.
down?
I remember.
And I appreciate that. I appreciated that
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, if y'all ain't talking me down, I was gonna let that coach have it. And I always felt some type of way, and that was able to let me, decompress a little bit
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah. I'm
But-
glad too though, because think about if you were a player that didn't have a parent, didn't have a family to call, and you
Right.
had to just try to dig deep yourself, or
Right.
maybe you would have just cursed them out, and that would have been your opportunity. It would have been sabotage because it's one person making it miserable for you, not realizing that this might be just your barrier that you got to get through to get to that next level. This might be your test that God is getting you through to see if you're
Hey,
ready to take that next
you
step.
allowing me to see
I'm just
different
saying,
things like
I
I'm about
know.
to play again.
So that was your
You
experience.
speaking it to me right now.
But I'm so glad that you kept moving, because look at you now.
And that's the thing. Like everybody had different training camp experience. We had
Good times.
We had good time, and that's
Okay.
what I was telling you.
Go
I'm about
ahead.
to tell you some of them. Like we actually had, rookie hazing, and it was a part of us having to, if you was a rookie, you had to sing in front of the entire team or the cafeteria.
Wait a minute, Josh. Hold on, Josh. Now
Sing.
I know for a fact you can't sing.
No, what? I can hold a note.
Why you acting confused? You since when?
Come on, man. You talking about?
I've
man.
known you since
I was
2000 and what? 2, 1, one of those years. You
listen
can sing.
here, I can hold a note.
This just might just have the guy.
I sang when I got you, and Kent. You don't remember? I got on stage.
Yeah, you
Do we
did
gotta
get on
tell
stage. You
everybody how we
sang Boys
met?
and Men, and instead of singing, what
Boys
part?
to Men.
Instead of singing,
I was
I
like,
will do anything.
I will do anything.
You didn't say that.
I was nervous.
And you said you would do who?
Any girl. I said I will do any girl.
I should
And
have ran.
everybody
I should have
started
ran
laughing at
in.
me. Yeah, y'all started laughing. And that hurt.
You wasn't doing nothing but speaking your mind.
No,
I would do any girl, but I'm just thinking about
that hurt me because I could sing Boys to Men like the back of my hand, and then I messed up the words because I was so nervous. But
Remember that movie Shallow Hal?
yes, shout
Remember
out
how
once a guy.
she thought, or he thought she looked a certain way, and she really didn't
Right.
look that way. I think when you hear yourself sing, you think it sounds like melodic, like
Like in the
angelic,
shower.
right?
I think
but it's really
everybody-
like
Everybody does that in the shower. Everybody does that in the shower. Don't be. See, we need a security
no.
up here.
Okay, so when
between
y'all
the-
were hazing, what song did you sing? You had to
I
get in front of the
sung-
team and sing.
Yes, I sung "My Girl."
Aw.
My girl, talking about my girl, my girl.
Go ahead, Josh.
When it's cold outside. No,
I don't know if that's
That
how it
it
goes.
go?
Okay,
I forgot.
Did you get a standing ovation?
No, no, a group of men ain't gonna give you no standing ovation.
If you sound good, I would.
No, so they just was like the vets got him was like, all right, that's good enough, and kind of like shush me, like all right.
Uh-huh.
Because if it wasn't good enough, they would have had me do it again at a different time.
Oh, okay.
So the object was what you tried to do was just get it over with.
Okay.
I had to stand up in front of, and it's women and
all the
lunch
workers
people,
and stuff.
the workers,
the
and
trainers.
It was embarrassing. Trainers, staff. And
Oh,
I
you
got
know
up,
what?
my girl.
That probably is embarrassing. Like, to somebody,
Yes.
that's not hazing to me. That would be fun. I'll be like, oh, okay, this
What
little
would
light
you
of mine.
say?
I'm gonna this little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine.
Boo. And they could boo you. And that's what happened. They would boo.
Don't be
If
booing
the
like
song
that.
wasn't good enough, they booed you. And they make you do a good song. If you don't feel embarrassed.
But were there any rookies that were like, I'm not doing that. I'm not.
Yes.
Really?
Cold tub. And they put you in the cold tub. And they tackle you. And it was a lot of people that rebelled against the rookie hazing.
Did
But
some of them make the team still?
no.
What?
Nah. And the ones who
What?
rebelled, it was like they didn't have fun and they was out of there.
Oh, okay.
They was out. They was gone.
Well,
Yeah.
that sounds good to me.
I wanted to tell you about this, Maria.
Go
I
ahead,
don't think
baby.
you knew.
What?
And a lot of people didn't know. It was about the, how we got paid in the NFL,
Mm-hmm.
Moving forward. When I after I made the team, and we can go back all day. Did you know that we got paid every week?
Every Tuesday. You know your wife gonna know.
So we got paid.
I want my cut.
I thought that we got paid every Tuesday for the year. I didn't know
Oh, your check was so big,
that
huh?
in the off season we didn't get paid. I didn't know in the off season we didn't get paid.
Oh, okay.
One
And-
of the veterans came up to me and was like, I'm just over there chilling in my locker, and was like, the check stop in the off season, right? I was like, of course I do. This guy. And he went on a walk, and I was like, immediately started sweating.
What month did he tell you? December?
He told me with like 3-4 games left.
I got a month to save.
And I immediately was like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And Maria, you didn't know this. And I didn't want you to know.
Uh-huh.
I wanted it to believe that I would say I had everything squared away.
Right.
And I was in fear.
I was like, how many weeks in?
Yes, I
how many
was
weeks in
like-
December?
So I had been going to the bank, cashing every check. And the bank, even though the bank teller was like, you can get direct deposit. I'm like, man, I want to see all my money. I want to cash it all. So I was making about $8,000-9,000 a week after taxes. And I was looking at all that cash, and I was like, oh my God.
Thought you was rich, huh?
So I had to put my hands down, like, oh, okay, you're going to put your hands up in the bank. So I'm getting all this money. Keep it coming every week. Friends coming in town. Are we going out to the club? Like, man, you get a bottle. You get a bottle. You get a bottle. And then I was told this news. I was like, man, ain't no more partying. We got to chill back,
Gotta
man.
save.
Man, I ain't say that. I made it seem like, the clubs, they shut the club down, man, and it's scarce out
So
here.
you couldn't just straight up tell them, hey, you know what? Because how old were you? 21,
I
22?
was 21.
So you don't even
Was
know
young.
much about, because we're not
I
taught
didn't
about
want to-
financial
it
literacy in
was not-
school.
and
You
they
didn't-
was bringing people on the team to talk about financial literacy. I ain't want
But
to
you're
hear about
21
that.
years old.
Yes, I
Show
didn't
me
want
where
to
the
hear
club is and the nice
Maria,
restaurants.
we barely made it. I just want to let you know.
I believe
I got a player performance, and that's what saved us.
Mm.
And that's what allowed me to give you that birthday present. That I made a Christmas gift as well. That Mercedes that you don't remember
Don't be
the
put,
bow.
no, this is the thing. If we gonna do this podcast, don't be putting my business out there like that. This is
that bow on the Mercedes
right,
that
but
you
but
got.
hold on, I know, and I didn't know who
Player
when that
performance.
vehicle was in the garage of our apartment. I'm like, whose
a
car?
condo.
Why is there a car with a bow on it in our? I was
And
told
you
I
were
was
so happy, wouldn't you?
I was so oblivious because I did not think it was for me. And I'm like, why are you hiding someone's car
And
in
what
our
happened
garage?
when you seen
That was
that?
not.
that
But hold
bow?
on, you know
happened?
what? But hold on, let's touch
You
on
want to
that
skip that?
financial literacy
Come on.
and how
That's
someone
boring.
so young. No, it's not, because someone's so young coming into that type of money.
Right.
I feel like it's kind of expected that they're gonna blow it.
It is.
You know, and that's why I wish you would start doing something like going around talking to the players, like really talking to them.
It's different now.
Instead of just having casual walk by your locker and say, hey, you know, them checks only come during the season. Like,
Absolutely.
tell me more, because I
Right.
need to really understand. I need to get this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that wasn't provided to us. Like
Right.
that one-on-one, like, I've been there, so check yourself.
Yeah.
It was this. Without that heads up, though, oh, my gosh. So I appreciate this player who is also the same player who's been holding stuff back from me, and the same player who was pretending not to hear
But see,
me.
that's what Drake called fake love, because on one end you acting like you applaud me and
Nope.
help me out, but on the other end you sabotaging me.
I'm gonna ask our viewers,
It
like,
was-
what would they think about that?
we should.
However, I was there to take their job.
but
I'm ending his livelihood. My ability is a direct effect to him. So why should he help me take his job?
I'm not
That's
going to
his
help
mindset.
you, but this is mature Maria talking, because 21-year-old Maria would probably be like, go get that, man. I don't care. Take no prisoners. Do what you got to do, Josh. But now I understand that the universe has infinite supply. What God has for me is for me. And if you don't believe
But
in
you
whatever you
didn't know
believe
this
in,
then.
what's for you is for you. It doesn't
You
matter.
right. But
I
you
can
didn't-
help.
we didn't know this. You
I
get what I'm
know.
saying?
And he
I didn't know
maybe
this.
so you can share him some grace because he didn't know it.
I do. I'm now.
I
Then
don't believe
didn't.
in-
I didn't give him any grace.
Yeah.
Then.
Yeah.
Mentally,
Right.
I was like, just like you said, man, fake love.
Yeah.
Every time I would see him out and about, because he went to another team,
Yeah.
and I would see
Feel
him every
threatened,
now and then
yeah.
and be like, sucker, man.
Yeah.
You know, I kind of felt ill will towards him.
Right.
But as I understood, because other players was like, oh, you can, when they found out I could tackle too,
Yeah.
the one player, he was like, hey, you could tackle? Like, dang. And I remember, like, you don't?
I can do everything. Why don't?
But
And my thing is, why don't you?
I just was like, huh? You don't tackle?
Right.
I remember thinking like, dang, you about to be gone. And and a little while after that, that's the couch we bought when we
Right.
moved in. Remember, Richard Olsen.
Oh,
He
yeah,
was
I
the
do
kick
remember
returner
that.
the
Oh,
year
yeah,
before.
I do remember we brought his
And
furniture.
we brought his furniture.
I do that
'Cause he
black
was
leather
moving that
furniture.
black
Yeah.
leather furniture. Right. And I'm just saying his name because
Yeah.
he was a good, cool guy. And I don't want to put nobody else out there yet, but that was a learning
You
experience.
got a
that
chip on your shoulder.
people still, that happens to people still now.
Yeah.
That shit, that, you know, you there for take people's jobs.
I think that's in
Livelihoods.
any industry, and I can go and test for us having, when we had our TV show or whatever, people felt threatened.
Right.
And I think once I realized, wait a minute, we broadcast over 4 million households, I would be a fool to think I'm gonna get each and every eyeball on me. What God has for me, what's for you is for you. You don't have to sabotage nobody else's career, their name. You don't have to try to take what they got. It's enough for everybody.
Yes.
So I guess at 21 years old, that he maybe at that stage in his life, he didn't understand it. He probably.
I held a grudge.
I bet you if you go back and start talking to a lot of your ex-teammates, it would be a lot of apologies, a lot of
start bringing
explaining
them
them.
on.
You should. A lot
I'ma
of
bring
explaining
them on.
themselves, because when you 20, you doing stupid, ignorant things. And there's
'Cause it's
nothing
a
wrong with going
different
back and
time
saying,
now.
like, my bad, that was
Right.
my mistake, and I've grown from that. Can you forgive
We
me?
gonna
And
have to bring that
Yep.
player on
I think you should bring
and be like, have to bury the hatchet
multiple
because it multiple ones.
don't
It's
bring that.
some
Don't
of
bring.
my-
Don't bring that coach on. I got something for him.
Nah, I ain't gonna bring that coach on
And
because he gonna get it for real. He gonna get these hands because
Okay,
he
baby.
should know better.
So hold on.
man.
Since we still talking, since the dogs are still barking,
Right, they
go
barking.
ahead to your final question about the coaches you played
Yeah,
for.
and this is relevant because the team we have now, in understanding our head coach and the dynamics of what this team, because I feel this team has to win now.
Okay.
Because of the talent on it. In the NFL, your talent doesn't last forever. We're not robots.
Oh, no.
So you got guys like Nick Chubb.
There's a lifespan on them knees.
Exactly. You got guys like Myles Garrett.
Yeah.
You got all these players that are hitting their primes
Yeah.
and won't be in them for too long.
Right.
They'll be in their prime for about 3 years. So my question is,
Mm-hmm.
out of all the Browns coaches that I played for, which one would be best for this current team and to take them to the next level?
Okay.
Super Bowl playoffs or whatever.
Hypothetically speaking.
Hypothetically speaking, because I
Okay.
like Stefanski.
Okay.
But
I know you do. You said it several times.
But liking doesn't necessarily translate to you gonna be the guy for us.
Yeah.
And I think that he's the guy right now.
I know you
but
do. Yep.
do I think that a coach can do better? As if that's like saying if Belichick had this team, we know he's the GOAT as far as coaching.
Yeah.
Even though there's the cheating and all that, but Ricky Bobby said if you ain't first, you're last, and if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying hard enough. But look, anyway,
Cheating. Don't you wish that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
There you go. Exactly. But out of my coaches I had, Maria, you gonna help me with this.
You had so many.
Romeo Crennel, a player's coach.
Yeah.
I
I like players coaches.
And
What does that mean? Can you tell some of the sports nieces that are watching that might not know what a player's coach? I mean, it sounds like it's self-explanatory.
Friendly to the players.
Is it because they used to be a player or not necessarily?
Not necessarily. It's
Okay.
meaning that, and this is more so a veteran coach who have veteran players who police the rest of the team. And it's friendly environment for players. The schedule is based off of your liking. You get breaks when you need it.
Okay.
If it's raining, we're inside in our indoor facility. If it's cold, we're inside at our indoor facility.
I don't like
if
that.
we play too hard, coach will give you a day off.
What?
Coach will give you half a practice.
Okay.
That type of coach. That's what we like to call players coaches.
Okay.
We had guys like my next head coach is Eric Mangini.
I remember Mangini. Yeah.
By the book, strict, took all the penalizations down. Not a player's coach, by no means.
What do you mean took them down? You mean added to them? Like,
No, if we was high in turnovers, drop the turnover rate. If we was high in penalties, drop the penalties.
Okay.
Meaning that we were by the book when it came to Mangini. We were sharpened.
Okay.
We were on our game.
Got
we
it.
had no choice. And then Pat Shermer.
I do remember Pat Shermer.
Yeah, don't
The
forget
Browns,
about Pat
they've had
Shermer.
Too many coaches. This
Yeah,
is ridiculous.
It
It's
was
sad.
because after me, you had Mike Pettin and you had even Rob Shazinski, who was coordinator when I was there as well.
Okay.
So when I look at these
Man.
coaches, Maria, who do you think? Do I want the players coach? Do I want and Pat Shermer, he changed, and I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, it's not Pat Shermer. Cleveland has a way with coaches sometimes.
Okay.
I still talk to Pat Shermer. I
Talk
had
to a lot of 'em.
I had a good conversation with him the other day. He
Mm-hmm.
offered me a job last year.
Yep.
But he's a guy I can call and be like, "Hey man, I need to, let's fire this thing back up, man.
Yeah.
Coach of special teams."
Yeah.
But that's not a guy who I say take this team, because this team is young.
Mm-hmm.
So if you had a guess of what coaches I would say, either Romeo or Eric Mangini, to take this team and take them to the next level, who would you say?
Well,
And
listeners,
knowing me.
let me go ahead and chime in on this. Josh, if you don't know a little bit about him, his parents are both Marines, ex-Marines. So I know he likes law and order. He likes structure. And as much as I would want to say that you love Romeo Cornell because he's the one that brought you on the team and
Yes,
actually
he
gave you a little
did.
tidbit on how to make the team, which you
Yes,
need to
he
stick
did.
to.
Yes,
I know
he
you
did.
want in your heart you would love to say Romeo.
I would.
But being that
Just
I know
not-
you love law
yes.
and order and structure, I'm gonna have to say you're gonna
Eric
say
Mangini.
Mangini. I know I'm gonna say Mangini.
Right. I
Yeah.
mean, and
But why are you like that? Because I would say
nobody liked Eric Mangini.
You
Let me
like
say
him?
this.
You did.
I mean, coaches.
Oh, coaches. Oh, okay.
And they was like, oh, they didn't pay him enough. He was also the general manager here. He was both.
Yeah.
And
Is that normal?
no, it's definitely not
Rare?
normal.
Okay.
But let me tell you, Eric Mangini, the man behind the coach, had had all the charity people. We had to do charity events every single day under Eric Mangini. Every day, practice too, we would sign autographs for a different charity. He had changed the culture. Every time he come into the team room, we filling in with our papers. Like, oh my God, my notes.
Acting
Okay.
act like you doing something. Act busy.
Because he
Look
would
busy.
because he would ask us what defense. He asked the offense what defense is the top defense that the team we was about to play. It was the number 1 and number 2 defense.
Okay, stuff
and
you
we
should
had
know.
to know
Right.
cover 2, trap or whatever. We
But
had to know
but what
off the
happens
break.
if you didn't? If you didn't?
Oh man, we either running or he embarrassed you in front of the team. Like you don't know. He embarrassed the coach for not
Right.
teaching you.
Right.
So he even asked, "What's the quote on the top of the building when you walk in? What's the quote? What's the quote on the 50-yard line that I had a mark on?" Like you had to know this stuff. He told a rookie, stand up, and then he had the whole half of the room stand up, name everybody, and we'd sit there and wait for that rookie to name everybody
That they playing with?
Yes, and he had the
coaching
cohesiveness. He
Okay.
had us sitting offense, defense, offense, defense, offense, defense in our lockers.
Because y'all do separate.
Instead of
it do be the
defense,
offense
instead of
against the
offense.
defense. Yeah.
That was Coach Mangini.
Yeah.
He would take this young team because the Browns have one of the youngest rosters. He would take this team, he would mold them, shape them, and they would be a Super Bowl team.
And maybe that's when things changed. 'Cause I do remember, like when we started hanging out with Joe Thomas and Annie, and they had their Halloween parties and stuff like that. Before then, I would felt like it was always a divide. Like it was just offense hang with offense,
Right.
defense hang with defense.
Yes.
Maybe that cohesiveness helped the team, which would in turn help the team play together and gel together. But I will say I don't know that side of Mangini because I know him and his wife
don't know-
Julie.
right.
And when
You don't know
so would
the-
you say that was just
the
not a facade, but what did he have to do that in order to maintain that level of
He studied
respect
right.
inside the facility?
He studied under Coach Belichick. So when you
Oh.
come from the Belichick
And
tree,
you see how much
it's-
success he's had.
Oh my God, it's hard nosed. It snowed, we're still outside. It rained, we play in the rain. So you men going, and
Yeah,
he
that would be me.
Man,
That would be
Genie
me.
didn't yell. He would come out there. All right, today's practice. We're gonna do this. I mean, just soft spoken, and we listened up. He commanded.
Right.
That was the coach of coaches,
Right.
Coach Mangini. So when
Is that kind of coach you prefer
is
as a player?
because football is the biggest team sport.
Right.
We
Hard to
all
wrangle
can,
up all them
we-
guys.
right. We
Yeah.
all can say we like the players coach. that's not gonna win games with a young team because you don't know who you're gonna have. The players coach don't necessarily win with a young team. They can win with a veteran team, but not a young team.
Right.
The coach's coach, Eric Mangini, he can win with any one of them because everybody gonna get molded and shaped through him, and be on their job. I became smarter as a player, as a professional, and as a teammate.
You started. I think that helped you too. You started understanding the business side
Yes.
of the game when you were being coached under Mangini, because I think you were up for contract at
Yes.
that time.
That's
you had
when
to
the
go
whole
in and do
pay
your
the
own
man came
your
out.
whole negotiations and
Absolutely, Maria.
Yeah.
But that's it. I don't want to talk no more sports.
No sports.
No, not
all
right
I
now,
want to
man.
say to that
I
topic
wanna-
is, I wish I would have done my little bit of research so I could have had maybe a list of some successful player coaches, because it
Right.
seems like somewhere in the middle is a good mesh.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
I
'Cause
like-
you want to have fun when you go to work, even though when they pay you that much money, it's like, I don't care if you're happy or sad, you're gonna do what you got to do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But you still don't
think
want
we
to
can-
dread going to work.
Right.
And you want to love who you being,
I
who
dreaded
you working
it
for.
under
right?
some coaches.
I know you did.
Like I hate it. I'm dreaded it
I
under
know.
some
But
coaches.
look at you now, able to do what you want to do and live
Thank you,
how
baby.
you want to live.
I appreciate
I
that.
want to get to my segment.
What's your segment?
My segment is called Hey Family.
Hey, family.
Yeah. Okay, so
All right, that
Josh.
took a lot of time, so be quick.
Okay,
I'm just
no, you did, Josh.
I'm just
Hurry
playing.
up, girl. Okay, so look, I want to talk about the whole Keke Palmer situation and Usher and her child's father, Josh. You've seen the video.
I
Now, I
did.
will say this. I'm known for wearing a little scandalous number. I like extra tight, extra short, showing the high heels and the legs and everything off. I might put on a little string bikini down in Miami Beach or South Beach for my birthday.
Hold on.
For my birthday.
Back this up.
So hold on, hold
You
on.
said string what?
String bikini?
Man. Don't. Come on now. I
Okay,
can-
so maybe not, because
Stop it with the string
I'm a little
bikini
older
stuff.
anyway. I wouldn't try that. But I'm saying in my 20s. Keke Palmer, y'all saw the video of her enjoying herself down in Vegas at the Usher concert, which, by the way, Josh,
She
I would love
rubbing
to go
on. You
see
can
Usher.
see that right there.
Shameless
She-
plug, Josh. If you want to send me to Vegas to go see the Usher concert before he ends his residency, I would love to. But you see the video, Josh. Look, she looking good. Just had a child, body banging, having fun with her girls.
Yep.
Usher's in a relationship, so is Keke. Okay? This is entertainment. Both of them are entertainers.
Okay.
Having a good time.
Okay.
Hug. He kept his hands in a respectful area.
Okay.
Then he begins to serenade her, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So then I think maybe, and I'm speculating right here, maybe her child's father was at home babysitting the baby, feeling some kind of way about the interaction.
Okay.
He goes out and tweets something to the sort of, "Wow, you're a mom." And that's where he went wrong.
How old is he?
I think he's in his 20s as well.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You know how you get emotional and you just start, the
Yes.
Twitter fingers just
Oh,
start.
my gosh, yes.
So everyone started dragging him. And that leads to the whole conversation of, one, are men, especially, I feel like he was extra criticized because he was a man. Are they not allowed to express when they're feeling some type of way about something that their woman or their partner is doing?
Ooh.
And, is that...
Not on social media.
And that's the whole...
Not in
ahead,
public.
Go ahead.
But should he feel some type of way? Does he have the heck yeah?
You got the right, I believe.
What? Maria, if you was wearing that and Usher gonna have to dance with both of us. That's my wife.
You right here like...
You gotta, hey man. Put
3
me in
feet.
that mix.
3 feet.
Put me in that.
Right, you
If
gonna
you wore an outfit like that,
Hold on, stop. The outfit she look good, don't she?
yeah,
So what's wrong with what's saying? See, the whole point is,
I'm gonna flip it for you.
if you wear an outfit like that,
I'm
okay,
gonna
go
flip
ahead.
it for you.
All right.
I'm the singer.
Hey, Daddy.
I'm the singer,
What you mean? You can't sing?
and I got my stop it. I can't sing.
Okay, go ahead.
And I got the mic,
Uh-huh.
and some nice young thing with nothing on come up.
Well, nothing.
And she grinding on me.
Grinding?
We got on
They
jeans
weren't grinding
though.
on each other.
Oh my God, you could replay it. They got close and
They
they did
weren't
a little
grinding.
move.
They weren't
okay, I
grinding.
think grinding is
They were
subjective.
moved. They were moving to
Move
the
it.
beat.
Look at this. Look at in unison.
There goes
Look,
my
look,
baby.
Hip to hip.
They're
Ooh,
not grinding.
Girl, look at you.
You don't know how
Look at that.
good
Look how close.
it-
Ain't no space right there.
That's not grinding. Is like, hey.
Something happens to a woman when she that close to an idol. If a woman get that close to a Cribs man,
I've seen
Josh
women
Cribs.
rope you, grab you.
Ooh.
I don't say nothing.
Hold on.
This is my
Hold on. It's my turn. You,
okay. Even though we
You
okay,
said you said
we
yours.
were at a senior citizens home,
Yeah,
and
you
the
let
lady
a lady
did
grab
have
me.
dementia, and she did ask.
She didn't have dementia. That was
She
your
didn't?
excuse. She just told you that.
She said, "Can I grab Josh?" I said, "Go ahead."
Yep. and she loved it. Yep. And I felt assaulted.
She gonna lead this world a happy woman.
And I felt very uncomfortable
You
by
did?
somebody you let her grab the chunk in the
I would grab
my
it too.
butt.
That thing is good now. That's one thing that still look like it got
But would
it.
you let Janet do it to me?
And this is the whole thing.
Would you let Janet put me on stage and strap
Why
me in the strap?
would I not let her do it? Janet, first of all, she's a
Janet,
performer.
you can have your way with my body as long as the song
You
is
got
playing.
your arms open like that.
Because Janet can have her way with my body.
Okay,
as
Janet
long
is
as the
known-
song is playing, come on, Janet, do the Super Bowl thing. You know, when the Super Bowl. And
That was an accident. That
No,
was
that
an
wasn't an
accident. And
accident.
Justin Timberlake.
Everybody was talking about Janet
he
at
got
that
something
point.
to do with that too.
And I want her to look at me like this, Maria, in my eyes. Anytime.
In the thunder and rain, staring to my heart. I would be in the audience cheering like, "Go ahead, Josh, get
And
that
this
lap
may
dance."
be inappropriate.
That's Janet
But what if I
Jackson.
got off stage and you could see the bulge in my pants?
So what? You're human.
What? What? So
You're
what?
human.
So what?
See, and this is where
Stop it.
Josh, are you serious? Can you please?
my-
Can you be honest? Would I care? Tell them the truth.
I think if
Would I care? You playing too much on this podcast, baby.
if I got off stage
You're human. That's natural.
and I had a bulge in my pants,
You just Janet
and
Jackson.
I'm like, oh my God, I'm
Anybody
sorry, everybody.
getting a lap dance from
the
Janet Jackson?
bulge.
Come on, Josh. First of all, I would be in the audience.
Like, I got off, I was like, oh my God.
Do it to the side. Do it to the side. Do it to the side.
I'm walking off stage. Like, you would have been like, I would have been.
Josh, what you gonna leave me for Janet Jackson?
If you was a singer and a guy came and you was singing to a guy and he came off with a bulge,
What you gonna do to him and his bulge?
I would be mad. I'd be like, man, you gotta get some space. Cause in school,
done
back
with
in
you.
school, you couldn't do nothing but like go gene to gene, and that was enough sometimes.
First of all, we're all grown. We understand that we're all human. That is Janet Jackson, Josh. If
Ain't no
Janet Jackson,
grown.
we're at a Janet Jackson concert and she starts saying anybody want a lap dance, I'm going to push you up front.
I need a
might
judge.
try to get one myself. That's
need a-
Janet
I need-
Jackson. I would be encouraging
You
you. I
try
would
to
be
get what
laughing. I would
yourself?
love it. I know it's all fun and games. But back to Keke
I need a
Palmer and
judge
Usher.
on this.
Josh.
we gonna have
She's
a
an
section-
entertainer. I
session.
will say this. It takes a certain amount of confidence to be with someone who's a public figure.
It definitely
especially
does.
when they're an entertainer, because they're supposed to be doing what they're doing
But you
right
have
now.
to know going in.
And her child's father is allowed to feel the way that he feels
I'ma say
about
this.
someone who
Right.
they have determined to have a child in a relationship with. The only problem is he, instead of texting her, it seems as if he tried to publicly shame her by saying, "Wow, you're a mom," as in if moms are supposed to dress a certain way. You know what I mean?
I might
Text
be
her.
I might be in the minority with this
Go
thought
ahead, baby.
process. I think it's all staged. I think it's all staged. Cause we all talking about Keke.
And we've been talking about her for about
And
a
we've been
week
talking
now.
about that dude now too. I don't even know his name. Who is he?
Shoot, I don't
But
know his name
he's
either.
all of a sudden he's relevant now, isn't he?
Yeah, but I do love.
All of a
because-
sudden we looking at
and we-
Keke now, aren't we?
Yeah. Okay.
And Keke
Oh.
always been our favorite, and we watched Akilah and the Bee and watch her grow up in front of our eyes. And I don't think she needed this, but we all talking about Keke.
Yeah,
And her shows have been selling out. She do a show. So that's just my little conspiracy theorist moment right there. But I think it's a problem, Maria. If I walk off stage from and I am, you know what I'm saying, Usher, I know Usher probably getting some heat from his girl. I know
I don't
he's
think
but he's
he is.
You
That's
know what?
he
He's
just-
not because he's an
Okay.
entertainer.
We just recently watched the Elvis movie.
Right.
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 Elvis was going around. He was
Kissing everybody.
fully married.
Right.
That was part of his persona.
And what
Kiss-
happened?
What happened? I don't know.
And what
I
happened?
don't know. Because I fell asleep on the movie.
They divorced.
They did.
They not together. They weren't together. Nope.
dang
They
it.
weren't together. His woman.
Okay, that might have been a bad
when
example.
You married? Yeah, that's a terrible example. It should be some classiness and some grace in there. I would hope that the women out there,
Mm-hmm.
you could get up on her, sing a little bit like that, and then you gotta back
Yeah.
off.
But
You can
just,
do
I
it and
mean,
have
what's up
fun,
with all them-
and then go turn to the side, and cause you just gotta grace just a little bit, cause I got a man who may potentially, and then if you do what Keke does,
Yeah.
provide the space. Keke can dead everything right now.
I wish she would have
but she
came out
didn't.
and just said,
She
"Hey,
could
you
dead
guys, I'm
everything.
sorry. This is my family, and I want to keep this matter
Correctly.
private." It seems
Correct.
like she's kind of like, and I don't want to
Going
say,
with
I
it.
love Keke. I don't want to say
She
the word
going with
trolling.
it.
She's just kind of
Going
playing off
with
of the
it.
moment. She got shirts coming out now, so maybe
She
you know,
going with
usually,
it.
and this is just my experience dating
She going with it.
being married to a football player and him having about 60+ Friends every season, I understood how men move, but I started to understand how women move too. Sometimes certain women only go on girls' trips when something's wrong. So maybe they were already arguing. This is speculation again.
So when you
maybe
went on
they
that
were already
girls' trip to
arguing, that
Miami-
triggered him a little. No, I didn't do too many girls' trips.
But
I'm
we was
just,
arguing like a mug, and you went to my. Is that when you spent all that?
I was probably down in Live Sunday nights acting a fool.
And when you went,
Yeah, I probably went to Ball Harbor and did a little shopping because you made me mad. But that's neither here nor there. What I'm saying is it seems like they were already arguing or something to trigger
We're gonna
all
have
of
to
this.
back this
But one
thing
thing
up.
I cannot stand is when you're trying to have a good time with your girls, then your man start texting on some crazy stuff. She's having fun. I wouldn't have said anything. Let her have fun. This woman has just had a baby. She's young. She got body. Her skin, she said, is clear now. She's looking good. She's feeling herself. It's a lot. A lot
Let
of
her
mothers
go.
can go through postpartum.
Let her
Let
live.
her have a good time. And man,
agree.
sometimes swallow that.
Yes.
Swallow, say it on the side when you calm. Give yourself 24 hours to chill out, and then maybe have a conversation like, "Hey, babe, since we're in a relationship,
you said
this is
he
what-"
should have.
I'm saying once you calm down, don't
Okay.
just text something like that publicly when you're with a public figure.
Right.
I know emotional stability is a lot when you're
Right.
21 years old, 20-something years old, but make sure when you're in a relationship that you start setting those expectations
Yes.
so things like that don't happen. You get caught off guard and you end up putting something on Twitter and then you get canceled.
Yes.
All right.
I agree.
I think we did good for our first podcast.
I think. Are you? We ending it? We
Yeah,
had a
I
few
mean,
more-
we
okay.
almost. You said you good?
We should go. Should we keep? Just go real quick.
Nick.
I got pay the man.
What's up, Nick?
Should
We,
we
good.
pay
He
the
said
man?
we good.
Want to pay the man? I
You
want
wanna
to
do pay the man? Oh,
real
go
quick.
ahead.
I gotta do pay the man because I want to give the viewers of what to expect.
Okay, so
You know
intro
what
to
I'm
Pay the
saying?
Man segment. Come
Pay
on.
the man is either a player or somebody in the community that have shown a paying ability, that they've done something or won something that deserves for them to be paid.
Ooh, okay. I
And
like
that comes from me. Deion Sanders coined the term for me when I was
sure
going through my
did. When you up for contract. Pay the man. Don't be
situation.
stingy.
Pay the man.
Pay the man.
Pay the man.
All right, let's get it. What you got, baby?
All right, so I'm gonna just do one pay the man segment,
Okay.
and this goes to, and this I was asking you and our son Izzy in the car from a fan perspective, who works out the hardest, Nick Chubb or
Ooh.
Miles Garrett?
Ooh, that's a
When you're
good one.
looking at their body,
No, you
because
didn't
they always
They
showcasing
they
themselves.
always giving body, yada. Is that how y'all? That's not how y'all call it,
guys
is it?
don't
Okay,
do-
my
no,
bad. I'm
no,
sorry.
stop all that body yada
Chubb
stuff.
or Garrett?
So we got, okay, let's first up
Ooh.
Nick Chubb.
Woo.
Squatting 600 pounds on the rack, all the weights.
Woo.
You had to sit there and be like, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my God, I
That's
lost
Chubb.
count. I lost count. 1, 2, 3, 4. I lost count again. 600 pounds, Chubb.
Chubb. Okay.
Power cleaning, damn, 600 too.
Dang.
I mean, all the bars, just throwing them up, always showing himself working out, striving for greatness. That's Chubb.
I tried to put 245s on the end of a bar. I couldn't power clean
Nah, he
nothing.
couldn't
They
do
didn't
that.
do nothing.
Chubb
Mm-mm.
can lift
Okay,
an
that's a-
elephant on his back and pick an elephant up. That's Chubb. Then you got the showman himself, Miles Garrett,
Miles
who
Garrett.
can play for the Cavs. I liken Miles Garrett to like a Dwight Howard,
He be out there dunking.
piping on people. Like it
these
ain't
called?
nothing.
What's these called right here?
Traps.
Them traps.
Those are
looking-
your trappers.
Them traps.
Ease up now.
I wonder
Don't-
if he got anybody he trapping. He in a
Ease up,
relationship?
Ease up.
What? Oh,
ease
okay,
up.
okay,
We're
okay.
married.
Go ahead.
Remember that.
I
Remember?
got God gave me
So
eyes.
This is the problem why I didn't want to have this workout type thing, because I didn't want you to see other guys. I have to worry about you
I
sometimes.
can look. I just can't touch.
Okay.
Unlike Kiki and
Now,
Usher.
If I say that, I'm gonna be looking out the window at everybody now. I'm
Oh,
like, ooh,
no,
yeah, sexy mama.
So wait a
I'm
minute.
like, baby, I
what
can
makes
just
you
look.
think? Okay, Chubb or Garrett? What makes you think they not equally? They can't both be getting it in.
But as a fan perspective, you always try to look at one as a more so than the other. Like, yeah, this guy right here. Because if you can look at Miles.
I'm going to their social right
Look
now.
at Miles' social. He
I always-
flexing his chest. And I used to do that when I'm living, flexing the chest muscle.
You make them twitch a little bit.
That's what Miles be
Can you make 'em
doing.
twitch?
I
you make-
can.
Let me
What?
see. Let me see.
What, I let you see tonight. How about that?
Let them see.
Nah, I let. See you.
Don't be stingy, Josh. No. Wait a minute.
Okay, Kiki.
I've only ever seen Miles Garrett post his dunking and his workouts.
Nah, he posts workouts like Chubb do as
Chubb
well.
does too.
Chubb
I'm because one more like a silent killer than the other. You know what I
Chubb
mean?
is a silent killer.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't post as well.
Because some people are not posters like that.
Miles
That
has
still don't
a-
mean I'm not getting it in.
But Miles has a whole plethora. He has like a sound system. He got the graphics with his move.
Oh.
So who would you think? and I'm gonna say who I think because I agree with our son Izzy. He said Nick Chubb, and it's just because with his running ability, he takes the weight room to the field. He literally runs people over.
He does, man.
Powell drives them in the ground with stiff arms, and it's like you don't want to be on the tracks. As opposed with Miles, he works in a box, speed around the corner, trying to get all the sacks. Necessarily doesn't have to run people over.
Right.
Does have to power drive linemen who are the biggest beast on the field.
On the field.
He has to contend with him, so he has to be big.
Right.
But my vote goes to Nick Chubb,
For Pay the Man.
just a 600-pound lifting silent killer, bust that'll run you over, but has the speed and agility to take it the long way. And I don't know if you agree with me. I don't know if our viewers would agree with me. But my Pay the Man
That's sure.
goes to Nick Chubb, baby.
Woo,
Pay
all
the
right.
man.
Okay, Chubb. That's what I'm talking
Pay
about,
the
Josh.
man,
Pay the
baby.
man. Give him what he works for. Give him what he
Yes.
deserves. Woo.
What's
I gotta say
trending,
this
baby?
equally. They both look good in those spandex shorts.
Oh my God, baby! Real quick, tell us what's trending, please.
What's trending, babe?
You was talking about some lady
Oh,
on a
okay.
plane.
So, Josh, did you
And-
see? Now this.
Go ahead,
I'm not
man.
gonna say.
I heard you talking about.
Okay, so what's trending right now? There was a lady on a plane. She was boarding a flight, and apparently
believe it or they
she
cannot believe it.
was sitting
I
next
don't
to
give
someone who was not
But I am
conversating with
telling
her.
you
So that's her right there.
now.
Y'all know that one right there is not real.
You
She's been viral. It's been going crazy.
and everybody look like what
She
the heck
was
is,
saying
I don't
somebody
see
on the
it.
plane wasn't real. So then, of course, I get on TikTok and my algorithm, the way it's set up, conspiracy theories all day, like shapeshifters, reptilian people. If I want to know if y'all were on the plane, if you were on the plane, Josh,
I'm on a plane.
the lady saying, "Hey, that mother back there is not real," and she said it from her soul with conviction.
She did.
I think I would be exiting. I would be like, "Yeah, he don't look real to me. Let's go."
Not
He
if
bored.
you was on vacation. Not if you was going to Vegas and you
go
had
see
a hot
Usher.
hand. Not if you was on your flight got delayed and you just got on there. Well, like it looks like it's happening all around the country. People was like, "Girl, if you don't sit down."
The one person ended the video was like, "Bye."
Yeah, man, people got stuff to do.
And then with all these flights getting
See, when
delayed.
you ain't on the plane, you thinking about movies like Final Destination.
Oh, yeah.
Because
That's
remember
what-
the
that's
guy
what
got
I'm
off the plane
saying.
on Final Destination?
Yes.
And that's what I'm thinking about. But I ain't on a plane. And if you
If
had
you
a
were
layover,
on the plane with that woman right there,
Man, you
she's
would've had
coming
a-
down the aisle saying, "I don't care what y'all say, that person right there is not real. Something's wrong,
the
something's up,
shapeshifter
I'm
need-
leaving."
I'm the shapeshifter got to go
Got
on the plane
reptilian
too.
eyes, huh?
The reptiles got a plane ride too. We got to put the alligators. He probably
They
just
need-
up here. He probably need to be in the cargo. But hey, we all going to Vegas today.
You're not
Or
letting
we
anything
all
mess up your flight, huh?
We need to
Josh,
take this flight.
That
Gotta
could
get
be
home.
a sign.
Sign for what?
Sign, miracles, and wonders. I don't
Reptile-
know.
She ain't say
She
he wouldn't. He
sound
couldn't
like she-
fly. He said he not real.
That's right, that's
He
true.
gonna be on the plane too. I'm like, well, if he not real, that's good.
And then
'cause
hold on, then they ended
is
up-
that seat available
They
then?
ended up showing like when you go back, somebody ended up freezing the frame and then showing the guy in the green hoodie, and all of a sudden they singling him out like that's the guy she talking about. Oh, look at his eyes flipping. I'm like, what is going on?
That's amazing to me.
Yeah.
I'm not getting off the plane. In this day and age, it's not a movie. And she had some concrete. If I look back and I seen a guy back there metamorphosing,
Like
I'm
Jeepers Creepers, like
look,
Jeepers Creepers."
I would have had to see it in the moment, look back and be like, oh my God, that's not real. You right, sister. He is not real. I would have been holding her like this.
Yeah,
He
having
is
her back.
not
You would be
real.
speaking her for her.
He is not real, and we're leaving. If you guys I would have took over for her.
That's true.
Like,
That's
I'm out of
true.
here.
So that's just what's trending. I think it's hilarious. I think I probably would have had to exit the plane with my girl right there that's saying that people on the plane ain't real.
Yeah, if you saw that.
If I
don't
saw
think you would have at all.
Depending because
Because these days,
the way these flights are delayed, Josh.
the way the flights,
I know.
the
Like,
way them
I waited 2 days to get on
psychedelics,
this flight.
the way them
Oh
psychedelics
my
is
goodness,
hitting
on that
these
note,
days.
no, Josh, we gotta go. Look, I had a great time.
I did too.
You like this?
Yes,
Okay.
I want to keep it going.
Okay.
I want to bring that power, that oomph to it.
Uh-huh.
Don't you?
I love these conversations that we have. I love it.
But you know what? I'm gonna talk to you in the car though about the bulge, cause like if you did that and then a guy, or you came and I saw you fantasizing and biting your
You
lip.
can't see someone fantasizing. Fantasizing is in someone's mind. You can't see that.
Oh my God.
See, you made that
showed-
up in your
look,
head.
If
See how they
Maria
do
was
us?
like this, like,
Who would do that?
and looking at
No.
somebody, what? Kiki was over there like, oh.
No, she was not. She was like, hey, I'm having a good time. She was twirling her hands. No, none of that happened. That's what happens inside of guys' heads to make them start getting their Twitter fingers all pumped up
But that's
and
all
then
that
get
matter.
themselves broken up
Well,
with.
then you better make sure I'm at ease.
Oh, whatever, Josh. Look, I had a great time
I
talking
did
with
too.
you
I
too,
did
y'all.
too.
Hopefully
I
y'all
did too.
enjoyed the return with Josh and Maria, and there'll be more to come.